God. All right. Hell. Ooh.
You have proven yourself to be pure of heart. Bring the spirit to Krystal Palace. I will guide you further when you get there. Come to Krystal Palace.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm glad that the instructions are abundantly clear. Hello, everyone. I'm back. This is a new recording session for me. So, you know, I'm rested. I'm recuperated. I'm past all of the salt that I had from being inside of that Krystal palace back there. No, thank you for everything that I had to deal with it. I mean, I'm just remembering it right now. Where the heck is Tricky? Tricky. Heal? Come here. I think his AI is broken. Come here, you stupid dino. Come on. Ooh, hey, look, it's another power cell. How did I miss that coming up? Come on. Okay, it looks like he's actually managing to follow me. Okay, that's good. Now... Alright. Tricky, please. Burn the seed. Because... That's proper botany. How do you want the seed to grow? Burn it. What on earth is up here? I was trying to get this before going into the... Oh my word, it's another token well. Okay. And another power cell. And a Bafmadad. Replace the one that I lost whenever I was going through the combat challenge.
And I'll give you a cheap token.
Why not? I mean, I'm not really using the scarabs for anything right now anyway. I like to... the implication that these tokens are like the product of some monster's stomach. Alright, thank you very much. Now, Ah! What happened to it? What happened to it? You must be joking. I think the well just ate some of the extra scarabs that I found. That's not fair. Well, anyway, like I said, this is a new recording session, and since I last recorded, guess what I managed to do? I managed to get out to the cinema. I managed to get out to the cinema and watch the not the Star Fox movie, no, the Super Mario Galaxy movie, which, I'm gonna be honest, was pretty good. Pretty good. I had a lot of fun with it. I'm not going to spoil anything for anybody who's, like, really concerned about that. The one thing that I will say is that, you know what? This is not where I want to be. This is not where I want to be. I don't want to spoil anything, right? Because, some people will worry about that. In all honesty, I don't think that there was anything to spoil for, I don't think there's anything to spoil for the Super Mario Brothers. Whoopsie, did not mean to do that. Okay. I'm not entirely certain what to do here. Oh, wait a minute, I just heard a screamer. I don't want to be dealing with one. I dealt with enough of them in the last play session that I did, so let's just get rid of you. It was probably the last episode where I dealt with so much of them. Okay. Let's try throwing it across the wind channels? Will that do anything? No, that just... Yeah, it is. Explosions are cool, Tricky. I will actively admit that with you. If I do that... Okay, so it'll land over here with me. Will that... No, that doesn't do anything. Where am I even trying to aim this barrel to go? Oh, okay, this is a crack right here. Alright. Okay, well, I think I've got a couple of ideas. Alright, cool. I think I know how I can do this. Okay, as I was saying, watch the Super Mario Galaxy movie. I enjoyed it quite a bit. But the thing is, I'm not going to spoil anything, but it feels a whole lot like it feels a lot like I can't spoil anything, because the first film was light on story. The second film is light on story as well. There's a very limited number of story beats that they hit. Okay, well, it didn't explode. It's not spawning a new one, so it has to be stuck over there somewhere. There was a limited number of story beats in the first film, and the second film here, like, I think that there are even fewer story beats for them to hit. You know what? I'll take the damage. I'll take the damage. Ow, for God's sake. Come here, you. I swear. So, I don't think it's really possible to spoil a film that doesn't really have much of anything going for story in the first place. That being said, I had a whole lot of fun with it for the simple reason that there was such an incredible number of references, just Easter eggs, you know, like from, it's, you know, a situation of like, hey, that's a reference to, you know, like an old Nintendo console. That's a reference to, you know, I'm trying to blink right now about some of the things that I saw without, you know, again, spoiling anything. But there were tons and tons of references, characters from various games, etc., that I didn't expect to see show up. And that's pretty much the reason why I think that, despite being light on story overall, the second Mario Brothers film is really still quite good. You know, like just the number of surprises that I had in seeing the number of references just throughout the history of Nintendo that they managed to jam into that film. But of course, the reason why I'm talking about the Mario Galaxy movie at all is because with like 5 sentences, they explain away why Fox McCloud is in... You know what? I just realized I'm going back to Thorntail Hollow, but I just remembered that there was a place to plant a moon seed back in the Volcano Force Point Temple, the one that I did just before doing the Krystal spirit thing. So I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna look at the Volcano Force Point Temple, or at least the space right in front of the entrance to the Volcano Force Point Temple, because I think that there's something there that I can grab. And I don't think that there's a reason to go back to the Volcano Temple. If there is, I don't remember everything about it. Anyways, of course, the reason that I'm bringing up the Mario Brothers film is because of the fact that Fox McCloud, is in it. And they explain away his existence for like with like 5 sentences. It's really not critical to the plot, but he's there, you know? And to be honest, whenever, like, they managed to keep his presence in the film so tightly guarded that we didn't really even know that he was going to be in the Mario film until they released it, or very close to it at least. So, caught me off guard, and of course, like, by the time I learned that he was in it, at the same time as everybody else, I was like, oh, okay, so they've got like a 5-minute cameo, which is all that I expected. I thought it was going to be, oh, Star Fox is going to show up, he's going to be in a scene that lasts maybe 5 minutes total, he's going to be a flashy, different character, and then that's going to be the end of it. And it turns out, no. Like, I'm not gonna... He once he shows up, he sticks around, and he serves a very particular purpose. An important role, not an extended role, but an important role for the course of the story. And, well, I say the course of the story, more like the course of the film's progression. But I'm really surprised by how much Star Fox managed to be in the Mario Galaxy movie, okay? Utterly surprised by it. Completely unexpected how much screen time he ended up getting and how much purpose he ended up serving. So, no complaints. Pretty exciting in all honesty. But I am more or less in agreement with a lot of people online who are speculating one of two things. And the first thing is that Illumination Entertainment basically performed a land grab to say, haha, nobody else can do a Star Fox movie because we put him in the Galaxy movie first, okay? That's the first way of looking at it, which, frankly, I would be totally behind that. I'd be completely behind it because it would be, wow, really? Another cheat token well? And another Bachmadad. Okay, well, let's just go ahead and feed it.
20 scarabs, and I'll give you a cheap token.
Sure, man, why not? I'm collecting these like they're going out of business. Not like I'm using those stupid freaking scarabs for anything else. Take it to the maze. Lovely. So the first option, the first bit of speculation is that Illumination is like performing a land grab. You know, the Zelda, well, Nintendo IPs are taking off in film form left and right. Like, it's been 3 years since the first Mario film, and I don't remember if it was earlier this year or early last year that they started production for the Zelda movie, which is going to be live action. Kind of unexpected that, but you know, we'll see how it turns out. I'm hopeful that Zelda turns out to be a much more dark film than the Mario films, because I feel that's what Zelda is best at, like being dark. Twilight Princess, still one of my all-time favorites because of how dark it got. Not to take anything away from Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom, though. But the alternative theory is that Illumination, they're either running a land grab trying to, you know, get their foot in the door to be able to make a Star Fox film, or they are... Nintendo is setting up to basically perform an Avengers type of thing. Because Nintendo's got a large enough roster of characters and everything to be able to successfully pull off an Avengers type of, like, multiverse movie. And of course, you know, like, the Marvel Universe coming together with, you know, the Marvel's Avengers, and then, you know, that culminated in Endgame. It's feasible to imagine that they could possibly pull off an Avengers type of thing by just basically doing Smash Brothers. Because Super Smash Brothers is basically Nintendo's version of Avengers in regards to getting all of these disparate characters from completely different franchises together into one room just for a fighting game. And you could definitely compose some sort of crazy, you know... well, not really crazy, because, like, again, Illumination Entertainment. Nintendo's not really known for their, Nintendo's not known for their, storylines to begin with. So, it's feasible to imagine that Nintendo and Illumination Entertainment, potentially, they're gearing up to do, you know, Avengers, but instead of it being Avengers, it's going to be Super Smash Brothers ultimately, and they're just trying to, you know, get... You know, they're at the baby steps for that. Whoopsie. I did not mean to do that. It's fine. It's fine. Fox, despite being a fox, is like a cat. He has 9 lives. Or in this case, 10, because I can carry 10 Bafmadads, or whatever they're called. I can't look at them. I don't have an inventory in this game that I can open up and inspect whatever the heck they're called. So, But it does very much so feel with a bunch of the... Why did I do that? Why did I do that again? That is the wrong pillar to go for. I need to jump to the left one. Oh my word. Does that count as the third death? I feel like that counts as the third death in this playthrough. You know? The first legitimate death being the one during the combat test. Anyways, as I was saying. It feels like they're... You know, Nintendo is kind of in baby steps mode for getting their Avengers experience on, and to be honest, like there are plenty of companies out there with access to many different type IP, but Nintendo is one of the more storied companies with a very large roster of extremely recognizable characters. The chief among them being the Mario Brothers, obviously. So, if there's anyone out there at all, if there's any media company that could successfully pull it off just based on the roster of, you know, recognizable characters they have, it's Nintendo. Now, you could make the argument that it's, that Disney has more characters to do that. You know what? Let's go ahead and grab some scarabs. There's something that I want to do here. You could argue that Disney is more capable of pulling that off, but Marvel is Disney. Disney is Marvel. Or, well, they're... No, it's more accurate to say that Marvel is Disney. I mean, they bought Marvel, and that's the reason why it ended up working, is because Disney ends up owning all of the Marvel, comic book characters and whatnot. And there's a lot of storylines that they were able to draw from to make that whole thing happen. Anyways, my point being, Disney's done it successfully, with the Marvel universe, and now that it's been proven that it can happen, why not give it a shot? Why not Nintendo give it a shot? Just pretty much that and that alone. So, okay, so the reason I have come into the store, despite the fact that there's nothing in the story, is because as I've been editing videos, I have noticed that there is a boost pad in the back corner of the store that I have somehow missed multiple times over, right here. I am assuming that there are things to purchase on the second floor here that I haven't found yet. There is nothing. It's just scarabs? You must be joking. It's just scarabs. Well, that is disappointing, and it also would have been really nice to know that this stuff was here when I was trying to still buy things up in the store when there still were things to buy in the store. Ay. Alright, well, you know what? Since I'm here, and I hate chasing down the bomb spores, like blowing up the bomb flower and then grabbing them, and I don't have any use for this money, let's go ahead and just buy some. Maybe I shouldn't. He's so annoying.
Okay, I'll sell it to you.
Oh, that's convenient. They didn't give me the crazy, you got item music.
You pay this much.
Oh, the less I have to listen to this guy, the better.
I'll sell it to you.
Alright, that's enough of that. I am not doing any more. And it also looks like I'm full up on bomb spores, so no more need to bother with the store. Talk about a bust. Really disappointing, too. Okay, with that done, let's go ahead and say hello to the Warp Stone, because it's time to go to the Krystal Palace. The question becomes, actually, now that we're headed to the Krystal Palace, it's time to start, linking up the two stories, I guess. I'm about to meet Krystal. I mean, meet Krystal. Fox is about to, see Krystal for the first time. I've already played as her. Take me to the Krystal Palace, big man.
Are you ready to go to Krystal Palace?
Yes, I am. Well, you closed your hand whenever you sent me with the... What, lefty doesn't get a closed palm, but righty does? That doesn't make any sense to me. Where's the rhyme and the reason behind this? Please, illuminate my lack of understanding here. Why is it so rainy at this place all the time? And why do I get the front door instead of, the side door where Krystal came in?
So this is Krystal Palace. Okay, Tricky. Let's find out where we can release the spirit. Tricky? Tricky!
Sorry. I forgot to tell you. I cannot warp dinosaurs.
That's a shame.
I can still hear you, Fox.
So annoyed by his own sidekick. Okay, here's a question for you. How on earth did the Queen Earthwalker know that the Warp Stone is a Warp Stone? How does the Warp Stone know that he's a Warp Stone, for that matter? If he can't warp dinosaurs, how does he know anything at all? It's like, oh, I'm a Warp Stone. And it's like, well, how do you know that you're a Warp Stone? Because I warp things. Who have you warped? Dinosaur... No, wait, really. Who have you warped? There are only dinosaurs on Dinosaur Planet. I mean, Krystal's the only non-dinosaur that I've seen in the game. And she's still supposedly an off-worlder. Again, that's a little bit of the original design of the game versus, like, what the game ended up becoming, conflicting, as I like to speak to so many times during this series. So it's like, Queen, how do you know he is, like, have you checked his credentials? Has anyone seen the warp stone actually warp anyone? How can we be certain of any of this, you know? Man, these jellyfish really do respawn fast. Alright. We'll just top off on magical energy. We'll save all of the health over here for later. Just double check that I'm not missing anything. Nope, looking good. Looking good. Alright, into the palace. Which, how was it again? General scales, he sealed the... Oh my word, it's so dark in here. Where's my firefly lantern? God, I have so many of these tokens. Man, it is dark as can be in here. I understand the purpose of putting this into the game, but still, it's kind of difficult to do these dark sections with such primitive shaders and the way that they did them. I don't have a problem with, like, running through dark areas of a map and everything, but I do quite enjoy the, I enjoy the way that the lighting systems and the shaders that we have available to us today are done, because they're just a whole lot more comprehensive rather than these early games, these early stage shaders, because they couldn't really do shading effectively with the previous generation before this, you know, the PlayStation 1, N64 era. I'm gonna be groping my way around here. I do not need the health inside of that box. We have over here. Please. Come on, give it to me. Can I light the place up with my fire shot at all? Let's try this. Nope, nothing. Now wait a minute. If I come over... And where am I at? Just feeling around the walls. Ah, okay, yeah. I saw an explosive barrel out front, and there's a crack in the wall. Like I was saying before I realized this place was dark as can be. Okay, I think that this is the ramp. Yep, there we go. Okay, I got out. Well, I'm all out of fireflies now. How am I gonna light the place up? Don't tell me that the crates out front here have fireflies in them. Ah, they do. Okay, that's convenient. That is very good. This means that I can go back inside of the temple and figure out what on earth I'm dealing with without actually just having to, like, wander around aimlessly in the dark. So I don't have to wander in totally clueless. And you know what? Maybe I can just brute force it. We'll equip the lamp, you know, to auto spark. Oof, the ground is so dark. Alright. Can I just... Whoop! Okay, that's fine. That's totally fine. Now that I actually have... That's a Baphomet, that's not health. Now that I can actually see down here, let's get a lay of the land. As I was saying, the General Scales, he sealed the temple... Yeah, he sealed up the Krystal Palace, so it makes sense. It's like, yeah, there's, you know, walls that you have to blast through. You have to break back into it. So, you know, they're like the life force doors where you have to beat all of the enemies and stuff. All par for the course. Oh, okay. Well, it's fine. I think I know how to get in. I'm crossing my fingers that I actually am getting this right. We'll see whether or not that turns out to be the case. Grab this bad boy, and we will head back into the depths of ye old poorly lit temple. Oh, man. Well, okay. I can take some damage. What does it matter? I'm Fox McCloud, man. So I can't can't cross that way. The bridges and stuff are like broken up in this. I have to actually find the route through first, man. Dollars to donuts. It's probably a situation where I have to like take the longest and most inconvenient routes. Whoop. Alright, you know what? I think I know roughly what it is that they want me to do, and it's really annoying and inconvenient, but I'm gonna need some more fireflies. Please tell me that the boxes... Yeah, they've respawned. Cool, that works. Oh, get away from me. Oh, that stupid firefly decided to wander away from me. Oh my god. Alright, you know what? Let's go ahead and get rid of... Well, the other one stopped chasing me, but I'll go ahead and get rid of this one anyway. It's all good. All is right with the world. In a way. Except for in all the ways that it's not here on Dinosaur Planet, because General Scales is really bringing the hammer down on people. Just a total downer, man. He's like a really strong guy who shows up to a party and demands that everybody, you know, say that he's really strong and cool and stuff like that. Alright, so if I go over... Oh, give me a break. You know what? This isn't gonna last, so... Wait a minute, did... Oh my god. I did not mean to do that! You know what? A win is a win. I'm not gonna complain. I'm not gonna complain one bit. Give me some health? Just another... Okay. Well, I got through, and there's not much to be complained about there. I'm happy to be making progress, if you will. Man. You'll have to excuse me, I'm a little bit punch happy right now. It is actually like 3 o'clock in the morning. Because, oh, okay. Ow. Jeez. Yeah, I'm gonna need that explosive barrel. Not being able to see... Again, primitive shaders, but, like, I can't really see where the flames are because of, the lighting engine. Like, depth perception of where those flames are is not easy. Oh my. Okay. I'm a bit punch happy right now because it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. The way that movie night works for me is that what we specifically do is we'll catch the last show of the night at the local cinema because there's a place right down the road from us, which is pretty nice. It's pretty nice, convenient to have that available. But Tuesday nights. If you didn't know, this is a particular deal with entertainment and media, but theaters, plays, you know, the cinema, they tend to have their slowest days. Restaurants are also applied to this as well. Basically, places where you go out to on your own to, you know, like see a show and see a show, grab a bite to eat. Tuesdays are the lowest day of the... okay. Tuesdays are actually the low water mark, so it's when people are least likely to go out and see a movie. It's the day that people are least likely to go out and, you know, isn't that nice? I got caught on fire anyway. Tuesdays are the least likely time for people to go out and see a movie, go out and get a bite to eat, go out and see a play or anything like that. So as a result, Tuesdays are either the day that the restaurants and theaters will be closed, or if they're open, they're running specials. Oh my god. Ugh. I cannot with these flames, man. Oh my word. So, as a result, if a place is open, there's a really good chance you can get a really good deal on, like, prices on Tuesdays, okay? If the place is open, you know, like a restaurant, or, well, not a fast food restaurant, naturally, but like a local restaurant, or, in this case, the movie theater, there's a really good chance that you can get a really good deal by going on Tuesday, and that's what we do. So we what am I supposed to do here? I've got the barrel. I can't put it down to get rid of the gun, right? And I gotta put the gun on that button so it'll hold down. Okay. that thing's got my number. Man. Okay. What if I just throw it at it? Okay, great. That didn't do me any good. Let's shoot it. Just shoot the stupid thing. Well, there you go. It worked. Okay, now all I gotta do is go back and grab the barrel and get it back over here without it catching on fire like that. It's fine. Everything's okay. But I'm kind of punch happy, okay? Because since you can get these great deals on the movie tickets on Tuesdays and you know, go for way, way less, that's when my wife and I will go and see a movie. So, you know, we're also like really, really late eaters, as it were. Like, we have dinner super, super late in the day, like, you know, usually like 8, 9 o'clock at night is whenever we eat dinner, which is crazy late, but we're just night owls like that. So, what we'll do is that typically the local cinema will run, you know, the last showing of the day at around 9 to 10 o'clock. So what we'll do is we'll skip dinner, we'll catch the last show, and we'll be out by like 11:30, 12 o'clock. At which point, you know, we'll leave the movie theater and we'll be like, okay, you know what? Let's just go get a bite to eat. So instead of it being dinner and a movie, it's movie and dinner. And then we have something to talk about, you know, while we're waiting for food and whatnot. And typically we end up just going, you know, like, well, I mean, what restaurants are open at midnight, right? Okay, this is clearly where I'm supposed to be. Let's try that little warp pad back in the main chamber there. Oh, it's not gonna let me. Well, now I'm just straight up curious about what on earth that's supposed to be meant for. Anyways, you know, I'm a little bit, so yeah, I'm a little bit punch happy. One of the problems with like going out and grabbing a bite to eat at that hour of the night, which is really late even for me, is the fact that, like, I cannot, like, lie down after having a heavy meal for several hours. So I'm like, yeah, okay, I guess I'm stuck being awake. So I figured I'd come in here and I'd like get this done and have a little bit of a chat about the fact that I just saw the movie, you know, and Fox McCloud, I really like the way that he was portrayed in it, you know, really like the way that he was portrayed in it. Looking forward to seeing more of him, if it is at all possible, in another film later on, even if it is only just another cameo in another like Mario film. But I'm hopeful. I've got my fingers crossed. I feel like Star Fox. I love Star Fox. Okay, not all the games are great, and not all of their contributions to the story of Star Fox is all that great. But I will say this much: I am so happy to be seeing any more representation of this character and the franchise at all, even if it's just in a cameo sense. Well, not even a cameo, more like a lot more important than just a cameo. Okay, there's one more crate over here. Let's go ahead and grab the health, and then we'll hop up that wind elevator. I don't want to bother with any more of the sharp claw than I have to. And I think we're about to meet Krystal. Yeah, if this doesn't get me to the top, yeah, this is totally the top. All right, let's see Fox meet Krystal.
Wow, she's beautiful.
Someone getting distracted?
Whoa, a Krystal spirit. But how do I get mine in there?
Oh, that's convenient.
What am I doing?
Peppy here! What are you doing, Fox? Release the spirit and get out of there! Peppy out!
Okay, I'm going.
So distracted. Oh my word. But I mean, can you really blame Fox? Like, Krystal is definitely Krystal is definitely responsible for at least a handful of furry awakenings of, well, the awakening of at least a handful of furries back in 2002. I don't care. They did a really good job of making her a heck of a looker. Hey, look, you made the Kryzoan statue shake. It's wiggling. Alright, so this should set it at 2 out of 6. We don't have much left to go through. Well, I say that. 2 stones, 4 spirits left. What was that? I don't remember that happening. I do not remember that happening when I last played through this game. Oh, okay, it just returned me. That's convenient.
Right there, Fox. Time for you to head down to the seaside. Check the signposts for directions.
Okay, big fella. Good to see you doing your job and helping out.
You cheeky little blighter. Now, I've been keeping this back for you. Ready for when you needed it.
Nice, it's a scarab bag. The medium scarab bag holds 100. Nice! Ooh. Hey Fox, check out Pepe's Dinosaur Planet map to see where to head next. Okay, cool. And now is a fantastic time to save and quit because I'm punch happy. I think I'm ready to go to bed. I'll see you all down at the beach next time. Don't forget your bikinis.